If you could rub the genie's lamp in our logo and ask for 3 wishes, what would you ask for? Your first wish could easily be, when is the most opportunistic time to enter a stock? Your second wish would then quite likely become, when is the most profitable time to exit? The folklore surrounding all genies informs us that, no matter what, we only get 3 wishes. So your third wish might well be to have this ability for every stock you ever pick. That is exactly what StockDotGenie provides to our traders. StockDotGenie's primary indicator, which we call the Genie, generates an autopilot trading function that evaluates the output of 7 separate indicators, combining the signals generated from these multiple logarithms, and then transforms that analysis from the stock's historical and emerging real-time data stream into easily understandable and obvious trading signals. StockDotGenie incorporates multiple technical analysis indicators, including candlestick analysis, as well as detecting opportunities within profitable stock patterns. This eliminates the need for traders to devote years learning the thousands of various technical trading techniques. It also eliminates the trial and error process of experimenting with technical indicators for months or years in an attempt to determine how, when, and if they will work for your trading style, delivering to all traders an automated trading experience combining all of these advanced automated technical analysis indicators into an intuitive, simple to follow, sophisticated trading guide. This series of videos, as well as our website, StockDotGenie.com, describes in detail these trading indicators, as well as the trading philosophies and algorithms that power them. Today's stock markets are chaotic, volatile, zero-sum environments. In order for you to make money, someone else must lose money. This environment produces obstacles and illusions all traders must learn to overcome. Otherwise, you will be a loser at this endeavor before you even start to trade. This first video concludes with a compelling demonstration of the advantages that the Genie system provides that directly address some of these difficulties, enabling our traders to successfully navigate around many of these hazards. Avoiding these problems will reduce your risk, resulting in a trading process that is much more in tune with today's market timings, transforming you into a more profitable trader. Each trading signal produced by the Genie, our primary indicator, is completely described in the following 4 sections. This video concludes by providing a compelling example of the dramatic advantages the Genie system provides to our traders. Entry and exit signals. The most important and profitable information that any trader can obtain from any trading system are precise, accurate, timely entry and exit signals. The Genie's autopilot function automatically generates exactly those critical buy and sell signals, allowing all traders, even the most experienced technicians, to capture valuable and profitable opportunities that can be easily missed in other systems. The first task accomplished in this process is to determine support and resistance levels. This is accomplished by utilizing a 14-day look-back period of the equity's highs and lows, producing the envelope you see here. This period is 1/2 of the most frequently occurring equity cycle length, averaging 28 days. Next, we determine if the stock's price has touched either of these demarcation lines. If they have, the background color of the chart is changed to indicate this new relationship. Touching support changes the background to a dark green color. Touching resistance changes it to a dark red color. When a stock has been touching either support or resistance and then pulls back, that is, it is no longer touching support or resistance, the Genie is flagging a potential opportunity, a turning point. Turning points are the first candle or bar that initiate a new trend direction for this equity. Turning points produce both a change in the background color, making it lighter, and distinctive double green or red arrows superimposed over this new background color, indicating entry and exit opportunities. StockDotGenie alerts traders to new and emerging opportunities by drawing these indicator arrows above or below key turning point candles. Long trades are entered after you receive the second green up arrow, and sell or short signals are indicated after you have received the second red down arrow. The length of each arrow is a direct and proportional indication of the strength of this new trend and thus the confidence that you can attribute to entering or exiting on this signal. Quite simply, the longer the arrow, the stronger the signal. Two candles produce a trading signal, not one. It's not unusual to see stocks make small, counter-trend moves that result in the candle no longer touching the support or resistance lines, but for just one day. Unless you are acting on information you are very confident about, you should not trade on one of these single arrow signals to either enter or exit a trade. It is important that you wait for the second arrow, confirming that the trend has actually reversed. This prevents you from entering a trade when this chop or volatility is generating false signals. Core dots. Between all double arrows, the Genie paints green or red dots on top of each candle or bar. These obvious signals are placed over your candles to provide you with a clear indication of the likelihood that your trade will continue on this current trend. The color of each dot is determined by a unique moving average system that incorporates 9 separate moving average calculations to produce these signals. This master moving average envelope is also provided as a separate indicator, so its signals can be applied to your own trading style and interpretations. By using a knockout system to selectively eliminate specific, conflicting moving averages, the system also allows you to easily visualize the strengthening, weakening, or reversal of these trends. Here we have turned on the option of coloring the background of the chart with the output of the master moving average envelope, replacing the support, resistance, and volume background flags that were previously described. This is accomplished in the format palette of the Genie indicator. You can easily see the strong relationship between the price action and the strength of the moving averages as indicated by the color gradient background. Because double arrows occur at critical turning points, they are also key decision points. Because of this, the dots produced at exactly the same time as the arrows utilize a different, much more sensitive 2-day center of gravity calculation to provide traders with a very quick, very reactive signal at the exact point in time that moving averages are the least effective in determining directional changes. The Genie system utilizes 2 separate indicators to flag entry and exit opportunities: double arrows when stocks are against support or resistance, and reverses directions from those levels. Dots to confirm the continuation of a trend between those arrows, but also to alert traders that a trend has reversed somewhere in between support and resistance. If one dot reverses colors from your current trend direction, hold your position unless the price change has been very dramatic. Dramatic price changes will result in a green ring around the outside of your dot. You should strongly consider exiting this trade. 2 counter-trend dots indicate the beginning of a new direction, and you should exit or reverse your trade at this point. As always, situational awareness becomes the final deciding factor. Dots outer rings. The outer rings of each dot provides you with additional insight into each bar's trading action. You can consider this an intuitive form of automated candlestick analysis. Green outer rings, A, indicate a very strong day with the candle body size, the absolute change in the closing price, and the volume all greater today than the average of the same values for the previous 5 days. Green outer rings indicate strong trader sentiment being translated into strong momentum. Green outer rings are often seen at the end of the up leg of a cycle. Red outer rings, B, indicate a very weak move today in that the candle body size, the absolute change in the closing price, and the volume are all smaller today than the average of the same values for the last 5 days. Red outer rings indicate a very weak trader sentiment, translating into weak or negative price action. Red outer rings are often seen at the end of a down leg of the cycle. Dark blue or white outer rings, C, indicate a dramatic increase in volume. If this center of gravity volume indicator is greater than 1.5 times the smooth moving average of the same indicator for the previous 28 days, then the background color of all indicators is painted dark blue, and the outer ring of the dot is painted dark blue as well. Volume spiking to above 3 times this level produces white rings and white backgrounds. Blue or white rings will override all other rings. When volume spikes, there is nothing more important than finding out why. This is why the turning point volume indicator produces a dominant visual presence throughout this platform. Gold outer rings, D, indicate that the rules to fulfill the requirements of the green, red, or blue outer rings were not met, and this trading action was within the average trading range for this equity. Alert flags. 6 additional flags can be turned on or off in the format panel of StockDotGenie, allowing you to notice important technical events occurring in your stock's chart. These flags signal you that 1. Your stock closed very close to the high of the day, producing a green triangle pointing up. 2. The low of the day produces a red triangle pointing down. 3. Your stock closed in almost the exact center of the trading range for the day, called a doji. 4. A volume spike occurred. This produces a check for news flag admonishing the trader to check for news of this stock to determine the motivating force causing the dramatic increase in volume. This will also turn the background of all other indicators dark blue. 5. A gap up produces a green over gold star pointing up. 6. The gap down flag, not shown, is a red over gold star pointing down. Gaps can be missed in situations where the gap is small. All gaps, however, are important momentum signals. So that's a brief overview of StockDotGenie. The application can be found on the TradingView.com site. The link can be found in the video description text below, and a clickable link is provided at the end of this video. What we will show you next demonstrates just one of the many practical advantages of utilizing this system. You can consider it a fundamental trading lesson on the forces and psychologies that drive the markets. It will also demonstrate how the Genie system capitalizes on this information, allowing you to make better trading decisions and at the same time reducing your exposure to unnecessary risk. This is accomplished by eliminating entry and exits initiated by irrational and often emotionally charged decisions. Lesson 1. The Ride. This may be the most important lesson you will learn about how stock markets work and how new and sometimes even experienced investors react to typical cycles encountered by all traders in all markets. This may appear very elementary or obvious, but that is exactly why it is so misleading, deceptive, and costly. Every price of every commodity is controlled by supply and demand. It's an economic dictum. Supply is simply the amount available, while demand is the amount desired. Positive news means an increase in demand and a decrease in supply, resulting in higher prices. Negative news results in lower demand and an increased supply, resulting in lower prices. As the demand changes, the supply changes, producing a feedback loop, sometimes referred to as the efficient market theory. That states simply that the influences of all outside events reflect all changes of all equity prices. Supply and demand have two direct correlates in technical analysis, and they are support and resistance. Support can be seen at the bottom of a trading cycle when the supply is low and the demand is great, causing prices to stabilize or begin rising. Resistance occurs at the top of the trading cycle when demand is weak and supply is great, resulting in prices stabilizing or beginning to fall. Notice the difference between the definitions of supply and demand and support and resistance. For all practical purposes, there are none. Observing the resulting changes in price would seem to produce obvious indications of when and how to trade. Buy when the price is starting to go up and sell when the price starts to go down. Simple, right? But there is another element that complicates, I would even say sabotages this strategy, and that's your own emotions. You could easily make the case that following this obvious, logical, simple process without removing the emotional component can actually produce trades that completely reverse your entry and exit points, getting you into stocks at the worst possible time to make money and getting you out of that stock when it's actually the best time to enter a trade. When you are following a stock and you see it start to climb, you become optimistic about this opportunity making you money. When you can't stand being on the sidelines any longer and take a position, you're probably somewhere between greed and euphoria along the green line. Well, it's fairly simple to see what happens next, and that may not be a problem if you set stop losses or you are a short-term trader and you actually sell your positions as soon as they turn against you. Most new and novice traders do not, and because they entered the trade late in the cycle, they are quickly underwater and hold the stock hoping that it will reverse direction and get them above their entry point. That is, until the stock goes so low that they panic because they feel they are about to lose most or all of their investment. Then they do sell at the worst possible time, despondency on this graph. You could easily call this the ride because you're being taken for one. It's exciting and scary and fun right up to the time when it's not, and you realize that the tracks have disappeared from underneath you in midair. What it's also not is profitable. You are entering the markets when the financial risks are at their greatest and leaving the markets when the financial opportunity is at its maximum, or exactly backwards from where all professional investors would do so. Contrast this with the StockDotGenie system. The Genie's indicator arrows get you into a trade at the bottom of these cycles when you have the maximum financial opportunity, and it gets you out of the trade when the markets have reached the maximum financial risk. This is the huge advantage provided by all good technical analysis systems, and it's the reason that all investment houses, brokerage firms, hedge funds, day traders, algorithmic flash traders, and even hardcore fundamentalists like Warren Buffett utilize technical analysis to determine their entry and exit positions. And it's the heart and soul, you could even say the magic, of the StockDotGenie system, easily making it the most important and valuable tool contained within the StockDotGenie package of indicators. Visualizing support and resistance as dynamic forces allows you to understand the primary motivation driving all traders and all markets, allowing you to see exactly when profitable opportunities arise, tipping points that flag the changing balance between supply and demand. The StockDotGenie's package of indicators provides unique and valuable tools that effectively and intuitively communicate to the trader changes in their stock's technical picture, dramatically increasing your odds of being profitable in any given trade. The StockDotGenie package includes the primary entry and exit indicator described in this video, which we call the Genie, as well as 6 other indicators. 2, the master moving average envelope. 3, closing score. 4, closing scores and long tail counts. 5, candle body height or size. 6, trade risk reduction tool. And finally, turning point volume. Each of these can be displayed and arranged on your trading platform in any configuration you desire. You can see exactly what each accomplishes on the StockDotGenie.com website and as they become available from the videos we are producing to describe each of these separate indicators. Another resource on our website is the Trader's Guide, which includes multiple pages of resources and links all traders will find useful. Our Trader's Links page includes over 150 carefully curated links to some of the best websites and online resources available to today's traders. This page also discusses a critical concept profitable traders in today's volatile markets must incorporate into their trading philosophy, that being situational awareness. Once you have read the Trader's Links page, you will immediately understand why this situational awareness article and this treasure trove of Trader's Links are combined on the same page. Yes, you can try rubbing the Genie's lamp for the traditional 3 wishes, but your first wish has already been granted when you first try the StockDotGenie system. Successful trading will enable you to grant most of the rest of any other material wishes you may have, and that trading success is as close and as simple as following the Genie's trading signals. If you would like to see what signals the StockDotGenie platform are currently generating for any stock you own or are interested in, just send us an email through the contacts link at the bottom of any page on our website, or directly email us your requested stock to StockDotGenie.com/contact. Thanks for viewing our first video, and welcome to the StockDotGenie trading system. I would wish you good luck in your trading, but you don't have to wish for it. It's readily available from the Genie.